Most people can't do low gutturals. They run out of air and their tone doesn't sound brutal enough. This is because gutturals are actually counterintuitive in a couple ways. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact system I used to teach thousands of people all over the world to unlock their nastiest gutturals without destroying their voice. I'm going to show you the biggest myth about them and then 3 different ways to do them. To start, let's define what a guttural is. For some people, they mean this toilet bowl sound. But most people that come to me think of gutturals as being really low screams, like what Alex Terrible does. So that's what I'm going to cover in this video. So let's talk about the biggest myth about gutturals. This myth makes a lot of my students believe their voice isn't low enough to go low. But after I teach this to them, then they can go super low. The myth is that false chords is the lowest type of scream you can do. A lot of people get down their false chord screams and just think, oh man, I actually can't go that low with it. But that's normal. That's because you have to kind of hold the false chord screams in this nasal upper area. And that prevents it from going super low. Whereas there's 2 other screams that you can hold it in this lower place that will allow you to go even lower than false chords, which I'll reveal in a bit. Okay, so let me show you the 3 types of gutturals and how to do them. And also, if this is your first time here, remember, everyone's relationship with their voice is different. So try the screams in this video and see how it feels. And if you want more help, there's a free training link below with more methods. Now, let's get back to the video. So the first way you could do a guttural is by, yes, using a false chord scream / hybrid scream. One way to get into this is acting like you're doing a deep sigh. And although this method didn't work for me personally compared to some other methods, it does work for enough students that it is a viable strategy. So give it a shot. If it feels nice and crunchy and wet and you're not running out of air, you're doing a good job. And hopefully it sounds closer to like this than this. So if you use this as a base, you can curl your tongue, say and then act like you're yawning. So you lower your larynx. And then after that, if you add some voice into it, that'll make it sound tough. The next type of guttural is one that surprises people a lot. So a lot of people believe that fry screams are only high, when in reality, there are different types of fry screams, and one of them can not only go low, it can actually go lower than a false chord. This is because unlike a false chord where you gotta hold it up here and kind of be nasal with it, you can actually hold this lower fry down here in more of an open fashion. So to do this, I want you to act like you're getting punched in the stomach. If you feel a wet gurgle down here, that's the bass. From there, you want to curl your tongue and say and that's how you'll get low as hell. Now the third type of guttural is probably the least common type of guttural, and it's also the most confusing because it sounds kind of like a false chord scream, but it's completely different. My student Casper struggled with getting low, and he was really inspired by Alex Terrible, but after I taught him this, he could go as low as hell, and he was finally happy with his sound. This is called an arytenoid scream, and you're using completely different parts of your vocal anatomy compared to a false chord scream and a fry scream. False chord screams use your vestibular folds, fry uses your vocal cords, and arytenoid screams use your arytenoids. The way I taught Casper to do this is to imitate Louis Armstrong singing "Skies Are Blue." And when he did that, he sounded kind of burpy. Those are his arytenoids. After that, I told him to push harder from his stomach and use a bit of a yell, "Hey!" And after that, he was able to get his tissues to flap and get this sound. So remember, if you need extra help doing any of these, remember to check out the link in the description to get the free training. Otherwise, if you've gotten down your guttural lows and want to make it sound even nastier, check out this video right here to make this noise.